taped it, but I haven't watched it yet.
You know what I think? I think all of the punks on that show need a good old-fashioned ass kicking, especially that horse shack. That's what I think.
The Henderson Group, tackling the issues and events that shape our world.
Group, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Here in my right hand, I have a copy of the old top 10 list. Let's do this. The category tonight, top 10 signs you don't have a realistic chance of being elected president. You know, that's why Ross Perot has been excluded from the debates, because according to the courts of the land, he does not have a realistic chance of being elected president.
Yep.
Top 10 signs now that you don't have a realistic chance of being elected president. Here we go. Number 10, your running mate is you in a wig and glasses. Number 9, you've somehow developed a reputation as the candidate who's always drooling. Number 8, you're called a frightening extremist by Pat Buchanan. Number 7, you spend most of your time in department store windows debating the mannequins. Number 6, you appeared on Ricky Lake episode titled, "My Gay Lover Left Me When I Changed My Sex." Number 5, your campaign headquarters doubles as your mom's sewing room. Top 10 signs you don't have a realistic chance of being elected president. Number 4, as a last-ditch effort to drum up support, you're riding across America on a giant woodchuck. Number 3, voters are always asking you, can I get a refill on this big gulp? Number 2, Vegas bookmakers giving better odds that Richard Simmons will become a father. And the number 1 sign you don't have a realistic chance of being elected president, not even your cellmates support you. It ain't over till it's over. Our first guest is a wonderful actor. Boy, I wish my voice would clear up. Our first guest is a wonderful actor who has portrayed men ranging all the way from Jim Morrison to the Caped Crusader himself, Batman. That's right. His new film is entitled The Ghost and the Darkness. It opens October 11th. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Val Kilmer. Val, thank you very much for being here. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
You and I thought for a second there we were dressed alike, but I see now
It's fine.
we're not really dressed exactly alike. How you doing?
Good.
You want to talk about the movie first? You want to talk about Batman? What do you want to talk about? You were Batman, weren't you?
I was.
You were the second Batman in the third movie. Is that how that worked?
Yeah.
There were two.
That's
There
what
were
happened.
three Batman movies, and you were the second of the two Batmen in the third film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The hardest part about saying no to it was having to explain it to my daughter.
Really? She's a big Batman fan? Does she like Dad as Batman?
Well, she's a big fan of mine, and she liked that. It's a guaranteed laugh. Hi, my daddy's Batman.
Yeah.
That kind of...
She can still say that.
No.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Otherwise, she'd be lying.
Yeah.
So I took a job called The Saint, but that didn't go anywhere with her.
Right. Now, The Saint, tell folks what that is.
That's a movie
Right.
that I did. It's a character named Simon Templar who
Right.
becomes a saint. He's a thief. But I took another job where I'm the voice of Moses.
Wow. For
DreamWorks. That's,
an animated feature?
that's it.
Yeah.
And so I'm the voice of Moses, so that made her feel better.
Well, that's good.
She gets
So
a
now
bigger
she can say,
laugh.
My dad is Moses.
Hi, my dad is Moses.
Yeah. So you've played now two great biblical characters, Moses and Batman.
Yeah.
And you recently worked with Marlon Brando.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything from that
He's kind of
experience?
He's kind of a biblical character.
Yeah, kind of a little bit, isn't he? But he's for actors. This guy is like an idol, a legend.
He is, yeah, and everyone else. I had a rap party, and He's just a regular guy. He happens to speak.
I think people think he might be strange, that he might be unusual.
Well, I wouldn't call him normal. He's not. But he's a genius.
Was he a nice guy?
Have you ever met any normal geniuses?
I'm not certain that I've met a genius.
Really?
I don't know that how would I know? A dumb guy like me? What the hell? Was he friendly? Was he pleasant? Was he hospitable?
Very much so.
Yeah.
He's just a down-home guy. First day I met him, he spoke 6 languages in an hour.
Really? What languages do you...
Tahitian. The French were blowing up the ocean right around his
sure
home.
He was upset about that, yeah.
He made a few calls.
Yeah.
French, German, Yiddish. The smallest man in the world was in this film.
Really?
Yeah.
In the island of Dr. Moreau?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
This guy is like 26 inches or something?
Keep going.
Yeah.
It's about this tall.
Wow.
Actually, someone told me that there's a life-size photograph of him in the Premiere magazine somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Actual size.
Well...
Yeah, it was a fold-out.
Yeah.
So,
maybe pause here for a second, let folks see if they have that copy of the magazine at home. Have there on your coffee table, take a look at it now.
When we first day of work, I go in, he was on the phone with Tahiti, and I said, and have you met anyone? He said, no, and I said, we got to meet the smallest man in the world. Oh, God, where's he from? He's from San Juan. Really? And off they went in Spanish for about an hour and a half.
Yeah, so it was an interesting and exciting experience for you. That's why you took the part, just so you could work with Brando in a film, I would guess, right?
Yeah, and then they cut the scene we had together.
Really? So it's not even in the movie? No. Oh, that's too bad.
Maybe it'll be in the director's cut.
There are, in these magazines like Entertainment Weekly and other magazines, they talk about how difficult a person you are to work with. And I'm guessing, being in show business, that probably not much of those things are true. Not many of those are true.
None that I heard of.
Yeah. Does that irritate you when people say things about you? Well, of course it must.
Well, yeah, I mean, I started working in August of '94, and so I really didn't have a chance to defend myself.
Right, yeah.
So the hardest part was calling friends and people that I worked with.
It's embarrassing, isn't it? It's hard on you, it's hard on your family when they go, well, this can't be true. Is it true? But when they see it in print, they think it might be true.
Well, down in Africa with Michael Douglas, he'd sort of been through the ringer, and he was helpful. He said, it's hard to take it that way, but it's really a compliment.
Well, I think so, because people want to write about you, and so they have to make stuff up. But we have here a list of these things now.
No.
So, Val, if we could... We're going to try, in 60 minutes, we're going to try and get you to say, it ain't over till it's over. And so just say, is it true or not true when I brush on some of these?
No, that's not true.
Okay. You wanted the director of that movie, Island of Dr. Moreau, to be fired.
No.
No, not true. Shoved Batman director. Shoved the Batman director.
No.
No, didn't do that. Not true. On the set of Tombstone, you grabbed a locust, an extra hat, and ate it.
Well, that is true.
All right. You shoved Bob Dole off stage at a campaign stop last year. You were responsible for the breakup of Hall & Oates.
I was young, I reformed.
They broke up Hall & Oates, Paul. Did you know that? Oh, man. It says here you dated Cher. Now, that didn't happen, did it? That didn't. Did it really? All right. We have to pause for our commercial. We'll be right back with Val Kilmer, ladies and gentlemen. From California?
Yeah, California. Arizona.
Born and raised here in the Los Angeles area?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was that like as a kid? Was it great to be?
Yeah, actually. Then I moved here when I was 17.
Uh-huh. So you lived, spent some time here. It must be fun coming back to New York City?
Yeah, not dissimilar to Africa, actually.
Uh-huh.
Take your life in your hands.
Oh, I see.
And you leave your dwelling.
Yeah, but New York City is much safer now than it ever has been.
You're talking about Africa.
Yeah, well, but yeah, sure. But there was no hope for New York City. There was always hope for Africa. So you've been going to Africa for a long time then?
Yeah, I just love the wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
And
Where do you go in Africa?
Down southern region.
Is that sub-Saharan?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like saying sub-Saharan. I'm not even sure what it means. I like saying sub-Saharan. I also like saying Pacific Rim. I don't know what that means either. And you are these like expeditions, little safaris, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I'm writing a story, another true story, like the Ghost in the Darkness of an adventurer who lived down there and walked in the bush, walked over 30,000 miles.
Good heavens. Have you ever yourself been in danger on any of these trips?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Most of the time. I mean, when you're on foot, especially, been surrounded by lion and...
Now, what do you do when you are surrounded by wild animals?
In that instance, I thought very sort of cleanly and simply, I wonder if I'm going to get eaten today.
Yeah.
Just like New York.
Yeah.
You walk out. It happened.
And do the people who live there, do they tell you what to do in that situation? First of all, you're not supposed to find yourself in that situation, I wouldn't think.
They're not that foolish.
Yeah.
They don't get the idea of going out and looking for lion or hippo. Hippo kill more people than anybody else.
They're more dangerous, and tell people why. This makes perfect sense.
Well, they're so happy looking. They just look all fluffy and like goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people
feed me some dried grass kind of feeling.
And so people are drawn to them, but these things are enormous. They're several tons.
Yeah, and they're mean.
Yeah, and they can run very fast, can't they?
25 miles an hour.
Wow.
They just leap right out of the...
Yeah. I had one pass me on the Merritt Parkway this morning. Jesus, unbelievable.
No.
Going about 30.
Yeah.
I blew the horn, nothing happened. You want to talk about the film, and then let's show the folks a clip of the movie.
Okay. It's Ghost in the Darkness.
And you say this is a true story?
It is an absolutely true story.
In the mid-1800s when it takes place?
No, turn of the century, and it's a true story of an Irish engineer. That's why I play John Patterson, who went out there to build a bridge for the British government and was stopped by these two lion that ate over 135 of his fellow workers.
The lions had gone wacky or something, or they sensed
I think they got
peril?
very serious.
Yeah.
You know,
but they normally wouldn't be just renegade, marauding.
Yeah, which is an amazing thing in the story because there's many scenes in it that seem outrageous or impossible. But those are the true parts.
Yeah. All right, do you know what we're going to see here?
No, but probably the lions are chasing me and probably I'm running away.
It'd be funny if we were just going to take a look at the credits. Wouldn't that be nice?
But I mean, a lot of the time I am running away from them because they're chasing me. They want to eat me.
It's you and Michael Douglas?
Yes.
And others you would like to mention?
Yeah, about 1,500 fantastic black people that were extras. A lot of them got eaten. And the Indians. John Carney, who's a wonderful black actor from South Africa, runs the National Theater down there. But almost all the scenes I was in, they're real lions chasing me.
Here we go. Let's take a look at whatever it happens to be. A few minutes from the film. To be, isn't it? I felt like that here many, many nights. Many nights. The film opens soon.
The 11th.
The 11th. Good luck. I hope it's a big success for you. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming in. Please come back.
Thank you.
Val Kilmer, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back here. There are songs from the night before, and you're still giving private lessons, right?
Yes.
That's great. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us earlier tonight, we tried to get George Steinbrenner to say for us to repeat. We tried to trick him into repeating that old baseball cliche, "It ain't over till it's over." That was great. And then, you know, then Val Kilmer came out. Nicole, huh?
It ain't over till it's over.
Exactly, it ain't over. Yeah, you're thinking we're done. No, we're not done. What happened to my voice?
Gotta be here.
Yeah. Nicole Sullivan is on the show. ZZ Top will be here tomorrow. Wow, that'll make her feel good. Tomorrow, Julie Andrews will be here, and America's #1 Yankee fan, Bill Pee Wee Scheidt. Bill Pee Wee Scheidt. We'll see if Pee Wee to say it ain't over. I don't know. And also, thank you very much, sir. The Dave Matthews Band, that's tomorrow. Sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, start your VCRs. It's time for tonight's final installment of the Henderson Group. Here we go.
The Henderson Group, tackling the issues and events that shape our world.
Next topic. How do we solve the Social Security crisis? Pat?
Who the hell knows? Hey, look, pastry.
Paul?
I'll take a blueberry Danish.
Check it out. Hey, check it out. That's that Ross Perot dude. Check it out.
The Henderson Group, tackling the issues and events that shape our world.
Big laugh. Anytime, let me tell you something. Anytime you put pastry on your face, it's a big, big laugh. Put those donuts on your face, huge laughs. We're going to pause for a commercial. When we come back from Mad TV, Nicole Sullivan will join us, ladies and gentlemen. Show. Not tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Please welcome to the program the very funny Nicole Sullivan. Nicole, come on up. Nicole, thank you for being on the show. I must tell you, I think that you're very funny.
Well,
I
thank
find you very entertaining. I think you're very witty, just very talented. Nice. You do a great job.
That's very nice of you, David.
I'm happy to have you here. And you're originally from this area, is that right?
Yeah. I grew up in New York City, and then I moved upstate to a small town called Middleburg, New York.
Middleburg, and that's roughly probably in the middle part of the state.
Smack dab in the middle, if you will.
Yeah.
Next to a lot of nothing.
That's why they call it Middleburg.
Exactly,
yeah.
I hadn't even thought of that. 8 years
No, you
there.
thought of it. Everybody. It's the first thing you think of, isn't it?
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I live out in Los Angeles now, and I mean, I try to get back as much as I can, but the work schedule is crazy, and I don't like to fly.
A lot of people don't.
No.
Yeah.
And there's no...
It's claustrophobic, isn't it?
There's no sense to it. It doesn't make any sense why it's a machine, but it weighs a lot. Planes weigh a lot.
That's right.
And they should fall, but they don't. And yeah, and I had a kind of a bad experience. Last time I was in New York, it was Hurricane Bertha, that we all remember, which was a nightmare. So someone's clapping for the hurricane. Woo! And so, yeah, so I was in New York, and I had to get back to LA for work, and it was just a nightmare. And I was at a friend's house, and I was like, I can't do this, I can't go. So she said, take this sleeping pill, you know, just relax. And I was like, well, I don't know, taking other people's...
Have
She
to
said,
be careful.
Yeah, you have to be very careful. So I said, you know, okay. And I went to the airport, and I took half.
That's not bad.
Half because I'm a chicken, and
that's prudent, sure.
And I got on the plane. Now the plane is standing still, and the wind is moving. We haven't left.
Oh,
and the wind is moving.
So you're really
plane.
right in the middle of this mess.
It's awful. I can't believe they're going to fly. So then I take the second half at this point.
Yeah, I would have done that. I would have done the same thing.
It's time.
Yeah.
But of course, this is the genius part. I take the second half with my glass of wine. Yeah. Yeah.
Wash it down with a little alcohol.
Yeah, with a little red wine, sure. That was pretty much the last thing I remember. And yeah, I vaguely remember getting picked up and taken home. And the next morning, sort of the events of the day before start like piecing together. I wake up in my clothes. I was like, oh, that's weird. And I looked down, my file of faxes on the ground, and like written over people's numbers is like hieroglyphics, Sanskrit, like I was channeling other people. And I was like, oh, this is weird. And I go to look at my machine, I've got like 30 messages.
Yeah.
20 of them are from friends of mine
who
are calling to see if I was okay, because I sounded a little weird when I called them from the airphone. Yeah, it was important for me to call all these people. The last 10 messages, the last 10 are from myself, calling my machine because I guess I had a brilliant thought and I needed to remember it. So, and one of them was like, note to myself, remember to build house for cats on porch.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? What is that?
And how's that coming? Have you started on the house for the kitties? You know, I believe in my heart, 90% of all phone calls made from the plane go something like this. Mom, guess where I'm calling from? The plane!
$800. That $800 click.
Do you, what is your background? Where else have you worked in? Have you done sketch comedy before?
Yes, yeah. I mean, I learned quick when they pay you. You learn how to do it fast. And the other cast members on Mad TV are brilliant performers, so I learned a lot.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they suck.
Yeah, no.
Wouldn't that be funny? I'm telling you, they suck. I don't know.
See,
They're making my job a lot it.
Yeah. It would be funny here, and then I go back to work, and then that would be funny at all.
We're both just teasing.
Right.
It's a great cast.
Yes, it is. It is. And but still, like, you get thrown these weird curveballs. Like, I had to do this sketch with a boyfriend. I had a boyfriend in the scene, but he needed to like do a pratfall or something. So they hired a stuntman to do it. Now, he's not an actor. And my only real bit with him is kissing him.
Yeah.
So it's like, we'll walk over, hair, makeup, walk over, hi, Jeff, Nicole, hi, nice to meet you, action. And I lean and I have to kiss this guy, and I'm doing full on, we do like 10 takes, and in between each take, it's like, how are you? You need nothing, you're like, okay. And you're checking your breath.
So you're making out with a stuntman.
With a stranger, And I was telling a friend of mine who's on Melrose Place, and I was like, I was making out, how do you do that all the time? I never living. And she said, no, the rule is open mouth, no tongue.
Well, not here. Not here, sister. Not here. Everything. Maybe that's what they do on Melrose Place. Mom, no tongue! Well, that's silly, isn't it?
Yeah, well, Jeff either didn't know the rule or he chose to forget it. I don't know, but...
Yeah.
Jeff, I'm coming after you for that one. That's
do you have a real life boyfriend?
I'm seeing...
Seeing people, sure, yeah. But does that mean that you're dating people? You're dating... Is there like somebody that you're dating more than others?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are people, yeah.
Have you ever been married? Let's just start there.
No.
Yeah, never been married?
Never been married.
Ever been engaged?
No.
How old are you?
26.
26? You're a kid.
I'm not lying. I said it like I was lying.
Yeah,
I'm not.
no.
I'm really 26.
No, I think you're lying.
Okay.
You want to get married one day, I'm guessing, and forgive me
yeah.
if this gets too personal.
No.
I'll stop in a few minutes.
Okay.
Too much pre-show soda, I'm sorry. And so the guy's name that you're engaged to is...
We're engaged. See, now, this is how rumors start, Dave.
Right. You're not engaged?
No.
What's the guy's name?
Patrick.
What does Patrick do?
He's a musician.
Oh, great. Like in a band? He works
He's in ZZ Top. He'll be out in about 2 minutes.
Wow! And what kind of things do you and Patrick do?
Well, we date. It's easy with if you like someone, dating's easy.
Well, what do you do?
Well, all right. I had this first date. This is not.
I haven't been on a date in 23 years. Woo.
Let's consider this a date. This is a date officially, so we can
Yes, sir. Wow, that was cool. I feel like a stuntman.
Right. I went on this first date with this guy, and he was kind of cool. My friends introduced me, and he said, let's go horseback riding in Ojai.
Oh, that's nice. That's up near north of Santa Barbara or something, yeah.
And of course, I'm like, absolutely, that sounds fabulous. I don't horseback ride.
No, but you got to go.
I hate horses.
Yeah.
I've been scared of horses since I was little. I go like an idiot. I'm like, I'm real good. And I'm on the horse, and I'm trying, like, show no fear. I will show no fear.
That's what you have to do.
Petting the horse. Yeah. And we start off on the horseback ride, and I'm doing actually fine. But it's one of those dorky things, like 15 people in a row.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And the horse in front of mine kicks my horse. My horse kicks her. Horse anarchy.
Everyone was killed.
It's like 15 horses. All of us are off the horses.
Yeah.
We all get thrown off. And now all of a sudden I hear someone like, get out of the way. Now there's a stampede.
Oh, a hippo. It's a hippo.
It's a hippo.
Yeah, it's a hippo. That's what it was. They're dangerous.
They are.
I'm nuts. Your show is the new fall season, I guess, has started, the new show?
Yes.
Mad TV, every Saturday night. Saturday night
Fox.
at 11 o'clock, is that what it is?
11 o'clock.
Nice to meet you. Keep up the good work. Please come back and see us.
Thank you, Dave.
Nicole Sullivan, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back here on ZZ Top.